Namaste and good morning, friends. Okay, whatever doubt you have, I will first clarify all your doubts so that you are becoming more confident or wherever you are stuck. Okay, I'm able to help you out. Please come out with your doubts. You can either text me or you can unmute and say what is the doubt, whatever it is, I will clarify it to you. Yeah, whoever has texted, just give me a
Uh,
minute. I have
Sir, my doubt is in 88 deduction, sir.
80I deduction. Yeah, go ahead with your doubt.
Yes, sir. Sir, company is enjoying the under 80I and it's transferring the rights to some other company in fourth or fifth year. Can the new company enjoy the same debt
If
for
the
next 10 years or 15 years?
if all the conditions are fulfilled, if all the
Okay, sir.
conditions are fulfilled and the amalgamation is approved by the authorities, then yes, the new company can enjoy it. But normally agreements are entered into with particular assessee and it becomes difficult for another assessee to get the same things. So in such cases, they will ask for a new registration at least or new agreement at least. So that will be the style of working. But
Okay,
normally,
sir.
this is normally so. But ATI can be claimed, but I don't know. Have you seen such a question? I have not seen, but if you see, you can write this answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Next question. Any questions, please? Let's go into the recent MTP that has been given to me by Astaf sir that came to me. I'm very confident that you will answer these questions, but still. K Industries is engaged in the manufacture of leather products, engaged in the manufacture of leather product, which is established in a backward area and eligible for a subsidy of 25% for generation required by it for rupees 12 lakhs on 1512. It received the subsidy. What would be the amount of depreciation for the year at the applicable rate? What would be the so K Industries is in the manufacture. It was set up in a banquet area and eligible for a subsidy of 25% for the generator acquired for 12 lakhs, and the subsidy was also received where the subsidy is towards a depreciable asset. Where the subsidy is towards a depreciable asset, then the same needs to be reduced from the block value or from the asset value. So 12 lakhs minus 25% of 12 lakhs. Repeating, okay, okay, okay. Value of generator is 12 lakhs less subsidy, okay, is 25%. So this into 25%. So that makes it 9 lakhs. That makes it 9 lakhs. Depreciation normally at 15%. However, the mission was put to use on 15/12/21. Okay, since it is used for less than 180 days, 7.5%. So into 7.5% is the depreciation. Okay, is the depreciation. So 67,500 should be our answer. 67,500 is our answer. That is, if it is put to use for less than 180 days, that is one concept. Second, subsidy other than depreciable asset should be treated as income. Otherwise, it is. BG Private Limited received a royalty of 10 lakhs in respect of a patent developed and registered in India. What would be the applicable rate of income tax payable on such royalty? Uh, the answer 10%, if they follow 115 BBF, that no expenses can be claimed, etc. Patent 75% of the expenditure. So considering that, that is the answer, but that is only optional. But if they give you like this, that is the only answer. In the case of an assessee who is covered under 44 AD, the amount of tax payable by way of advance tax shall be paid on or before. For presumptive computation, only the last installment is applicable. For presumptive computation, okay, for presumptive taxation, only the last installment is applicable. I hope now you have joined. Sorry, I did not see that people were waiting. Um, hope somebody sent me the message that they are unable to join. I hope now you have joined, my dear friend. For presumptive computation, only the last installment is applicable, so you need not worry about the other installments. In the case of a non-government employee, what is the monetary limit in case of exemption of leave salary at the time of 3 lakhs? What is the holding period in respect of capital assets of an unlisted company? 24 months. 24 months. In case of an unlisted private limited company, shares are known as unlisted shares. So 24 months. When wife or being legal heir received 10 lakhs from National Pension System Trust, refer to what will be the amount receipt chargeable to tax. I have always told you in the class, majority of the things were on death of the after death of an employee. If the legal heir is receiving, it is fully exempt. After death of an employee, if legal heir is receiving, okay, it is fully exempt. So nil is the answer. When Mr. A doing business has a gross total income of 9 lakhs, What is the maximum amount he can claim as deduction in respect of pension scheme of central government under 80 CCD? He is doing business. He is doing business. Okay, he is doing business. My dear friends, okay, 80 CCD part 1. Okay, employees contribution or please understand, employees contribution or contribution by any other person. Employees contribution 10% of salary. We know what is salary. Okay, basic pay plus DA forming part plus commission as a fixed percentage of turnover. But any other person, that is those who are professionals doing business, 20% of GTI, 20% of gross total income. That is the maximum they can contribute. Here my gross total income is 1,80,000 should be the answer. 1,80,000 should be the answer. Yeah, that's the answer. Secondary adjustment has to be made when primary adjustment exceeds 1 crore. 1 crore. Okay, otherwise secondary adjustment need not be made. In a question we saw, 2 years I have given detail. First year 90 lakhs, second year 2 crores 40 lakhs. That first year we will not make any adjustment. Second year only we will make the adjustment 2 crore 40 lakhs. That year only we will make the adjustment. So it is only 1 crore. When Mr. G, doing business, paid hall rent of 80,000 for 3 days for doing Diwali sale, the amount of tax that is liable to be deducted under section 194 IB. This is the crucial aspect of it. What is that? This is not coming under 194I. 194I will be coming when you are regularly paying rent. Here, he is taking that for a Diwali sale. He is taking the hall for a Diwali sale. So 194 IB is coming. The rate of 194 IB is 5%. The rate of 194 IB is 5%. Y and Co is a partnership firm which was dissolved. The return of income for the assessment year 21-22 was filed on 31/8. The return of income of the firm was selected for scrutiny. The notice of scrutiny can be served in case of firm all partners are jointly and severally liable. Even if you catch hold of one partner, that is sufficient. On any partner, you can serve the notice. Yes Fertilizers Limited is a manufacturer. A factory building was constructed 40 lakhs and occupied on the second half of the year. How much of additional depreciation you cannot claim? Only for plant and machinery which is used directly or indirectly in the manufacturing process, additional depreciation can be claimed. This is factory building. No question of claiming any additional depreciation. Yes, somebody is asking me a doubt.
First question, generators, plant and machinery, no, sir?
Amam.
The additional depreciation claim பண்ணலாம்.
அதுக்கான directly used in manufacturing கொடுக்கலையே. இது ஆபீஸுக்கு கூட யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கலாமே.
But manufacture of leather products.
Correct. Company is a manufacturing company. They have not given that it is directly used for manufacturing. அப்படின்னா நீங்க assume பண்ணாதீங்க. அது ஸ்பெசிபிக்கா சொல்லணும். It should be used. ஏன்னா ஒரு ஏர் கண்டிஷனர் கூட Plant and machinery தான். Plant and machineryன்றது ரொம்ப பெரிய term.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So here it will be nil. It will be nil during the assessment year. During the assessment of Mr. A, AO has observed that he has purchased diamonds of 80 lakhs, which was not recorded in the books of account, and is unable to offer explanation. What will be the applicable rate under 115 BBE 60%? And I want to tell you, somewhere you can write and key, no basic exemption limit for this. Even though he is an individual, somebody please mute yourself. Whoever asked the last question, please mute yourself because it is disturbing. Okay. No basic exemption limit. Okay. In this case, there is no basic exemption limit. 60%, 25% surcharge, 4% HEC. 25% surcharge, 4% HEC. A person did not opt for presumptive computation in this year, he will not be eligible to claim of presumptive computation for next 5 years. For next 5 years. Okay, actually the question is wrongly framed, I believe. The question should have been, he is already in the scheme. Then only a person did not opt for presumptive. If this is the first year, no problem. Once opted, he has to stay in the scheme. If he withdraws for the next 5 years, no entry back. But I think the question is not correctly framed. When an Indian company pays 5 lakhs to a foreign company on online advertisement, equalization levy. Equalization levy is applicable. Section 165 of the Finance Act. Please remember, it is not Income Tax Act. Equalization levy is in Finance Act 165. Okay, equalization levy of 6%. Mr. A acquired a house property for rupees 5 lakhs, gifted the same to his brother, who gifted it to his son when the stamp value was rupees 12 lakhs. Mr. S sold the house on 14/5/21 for rupees 24 lakh, which was also the stamp duty. For computing capital gain, what will be the date of acquisition? Date of the first owner. Date of the first owner. இதுதான் நான் வந்து கிளாஸ்ல I used to very often tell you that ICMA Institute has started adopting Manjula Jesha case. Okay, so for indexation also, please take 1/4/2001 value. In this case, no problem. Otherwise, I am saying. Safe harbor rules are meant for notify transfer pricing. It is meant for transfer pricing, but it is not notified. No point. It is not notified. When interest paid by an Indian company to a foreign company, such interest must not exceed 30% of EBITDA. Section 94B, transfer pricing, we have read this. 30% of EBITDA, it should not exceed. Following is considered as final fact-finding authority, ITAT. I have told you, even I told you when Shivakumar sir was teaching you indirect taxes, that fact kadasiya pakarde within the department. High Court and Supreme Court, the argument can only be on the basis of law and not on the basis of fact. So ITAT. A company engaged in the business of biotechnology. Biotechnology is also manufacture. I have always told you, Section 35 research expenditure. It is also available for biotechnology. So that is also amount to manufacture. Okay. The thanks. Okay. A company engaged in the business of biotechnology incurs scientific research 20 lakhs, other capital expenditure 10 lakhs, revenue expenditure 8 lakhs. So they can claim what is the quantum of deduction under section 35 will be. Towards land you cannot claim. Sorry. Towards land you cannot claim. 10 plus 8, 18 lakhs you can claim. 10 plus 8, 18 lakhs you can claim. What is the quantum of failure to maintain books? 271A, 25,000. 271A, 25,000. Any doubt on section A? Ask me. Any doubt on section A? You can ask me. Is safe harbor rules needed for CMA? Illa sir, notify agala. It has not been notified. What will you read? Safe harbor rules. That's all you can read. When the scheme itself is not notified, how to safe harbor rules is nothing but the percentage of income, that is presumptive computation, Madri. The percentage of income that needs to be declared. But that is not, that percentages are not notified. Business is not notified. So no safe harbor rules for your examination, sir. Be 100% sure. In this question also, safe harbor rules, which chapter it comes? That's what they have asked. I'm going to section B. 1 minute, friends. 1 minute. Yeah, thank you, friends. PC sir was here. I was just asking him what should I do. That's what. Hope I am audible. Hope I am audible and screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You are required to answer the following. Okay, instruction. Each question is followed by a space where you are required to type your answer. Mr. S is employed in G Limited, opted to transfer funds from superannuation to National Pension Trust. Can you please mute? Refer to somebody's mic is open. Can you please mute? And accordingly, 5 lakhs was transferred from the superannuation fund to an NPS. His salary income amounts to rupees 9 lakh 40,000. What will be his total income after considering the transfer? My dear friends, already when you invested in superannuation fund, you would have enjoyed 80C. Already when you invested in superannuation fund, 80C you already claimed. Now you are just transferring. Why will they give deduction? You are not newly investing anything. You are just transferring. So the entire 9,40,000 will be your income. Okay. If the typing answer space is only this much, to type 940, or in this space, you please type also that 80C would have been already claimed. There is no new investment. 80C would have been already claimed. First answer type பண்ணுங்க. First type the answer. Somebody's mic is open. Can you please mute? Rupavati, can you please mute your mic, please? T Software Limited is engaged in BPO in Bangalore, acquires a computer for 20 lakhs, acquired software for 10 lakhs, what will be the amount of depreciation? 30 lakhs into 25%, 40%, sorry. 30 lakhs into 40%. Okay. 30 lakhs into 40%. I saw Aparna as part of the. Aparna, is this correct? Aparna Venkatai.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, correct. Not an issue.
Because
We are.
software, maybe mobile phones and
Very good. Very good answer.
EPAB.
Yeah, that's what peripherals. This cannot exist without the other. What will you do with the software in your hand unless you have something to display it? So there were famous case logs for this. Okay, computers and accessories that which cannot perform the main item. So the entire and both are put to use for more than 180 days. So obviously 40%. H Private Limited has spent a sum of 10 lakhs towards meeting its corporate social responsibility. CSR expenditure is not allowed as a deduction. Section 37, the circulars which we studied, you will say CSR expenditure will not be allowed as deduction. Under income tax law, it cannot be claimed. Mr. R, a cost accountant, has raised the fees for 3 lakhs and in addition has charged 18% GST. What will be the amount of tax to be deducted at source? GST, tax on tax, only on this 10% you need to deduct tax at source. Remember, remember again that only on the 3 lakhs tax needs to be deducted at source and not on that GST portion. P resigned from employment from Z University after serving only 4 years and 8 months. Received 1,40,000 from RPF, taxable 10%. If you have completed 5 years of continuous service, this is 194J, 192B, sorry, 192A. Interestingly, with due regards, that TDS is not part of your syllabus at all in your material. It is not. So many questions from TDS. I gave a handout that is more than sufficient. That 8 pages handout is more than sufficient for you. But generally, 192A, 10% is the rate of tax. 10% is the rate of tax. 10%. Mr. M, employed in a company, constructed a residential house property for self-occupation by availing a bank loan for 50 lakhs. Interest on the loan for the year amounted to 260. He paid 170. What would be the interest? It is a self-occupied property. 2 lakhs is the maximum you can claim. It is 2 lakhs only you can claim. Okay, but okay, deduction. What would be the interest? Mr. Constructed a residential property for self-occupation, availing a bank loan of 50 lakhs. So 2 lakhs is the maximum you can claim for self-occupied, and interest need not be paid. Even if it is payable, you can claim. You will all, because in examination tension, oh, is he questioning on 80 EE or EEA? Properties value, bank loan 50 lakhs na, properties value should be more. There we have said stamp value should not exceed 45 lakhs. So they are not questioning on 80. It's a straightforward question, 2 lakhs. A company earned 15 lakhs by transfer of carbon credit. What would be the tax liability on that carbon credit? What would be the tax liability? This is typical to 115 BBF. This is 115 BBG. So 10% is the tax rate. So 1,50,000 plus 4% HEC. Okay, plus 4% HEC. 150 plus 4%, I'm not getting. Yeah, 1,56,000. Sorry, 156. Yeah, the answer is right. Sorry, I'm weak in maths. I'm sorry. In December 21, E Limited and X Limited got amalgamated to form XA. The expenditure for the purpose of amalgamation 10 lakhs. Equal 5 equal installments, it should be allowed. Amortization includes preliminary expenses, amalgamation demerger expenses, VRS compensation, capital expenditure on promotion of family planning incurred by an Indian company. In all these cases, five equal installment, 2 lakhs is allowed. Messrs. KM Limited, a company having international transaction of 7 crores related to purchase of raw material from its subsidiary, and is required to keep and maintain certain information for a period of 8 years, my dear friends. 8 years, though this section says 8 years, I already told you, section 147 makes it mandatory to keep it for 10 years. So, okay, but according to TP regulation, TP documentation 92D, it is 8 years. ABC Limited has 27 holding in Beta Limited, Singapore. So they are associated enterprise. A Limited received 15 lakhs by way of dividend in October 21. What will be the rate? Oh, this is coming under normal DT provision only, 115 BBD. Okay, specified foreign company, 15% is the rate of tax. Section 115 BBD. I thought initially studying they are coming for a question on transfer pricing. No, it is a normal question, 115 BBD. So the difference between a 1 mark and a 2 mark question is 1 mark question we need to tick or shade, 2 mark question we need to write. Let's go to section C. So it should be a detailed answer. B Airlines Limited paid 10 lakhs to Airport Authority of India towards landing and parking charges. Towards landing and parking charges. This is a, yeah, yeah, 1 minute. So, uh, so can you explain the last question? Yes, I will definitely explain. But one thing I request you is, please text me. நான் வந்து chat box பார்க்க மாட்டேன் since I am sharing the screen. Please text me your doubt. Please text me your doubt. A Limited Mumbai has 27 holding, 27% shareholding in a foreign company, where an Indian company has 26% or more of the share capital, voting power of a foreign company. That foreign company becomes a specified foreign company. That foreign company becomes a specified foreign company. Any dividend income is taxable under section 115 BBD. 115 charging section. The rate is 15%. Expenses will not be allowed, and that's what the question is. B Airlines Limited paid 10 lakhs to Airport Authority of India towards landing and parking charges. Singapore Airlines case இது. Singapore Airlines, Japan Airlines, any name you can write. This is taxable at 2%. இது வந்து ஒரு contract rent கிடையாது. The payment was towards use of land in airport besides technical services like navigation, security and ancillary. The tax was deducted under 194C, 2%. That is right. AO contended it is under rent, discuss the consequences of the action and also the correctness. It was a case in Singapore Airlines, okay, where they said only 2%. It is It is not for land area alone. நீங்க இப்ப land area தான் குடுக்குறீங்கன்னா அப்போ okay, rent னு சொல்லலாம். Rent of immovable property, but they are giving services like navigation, securities, okay, cleaning of aircraft, so many services Airport of India, Authority of India uses. So only 2% needs to be deducted, and the assessing officer's contention is wrong. Assessee has deducted tax at 2% and the assessing officer holds 10%. The obvious consequences is 30%. In this case, the assessee has not paid the amount merely for use of land. The payment is also for services like landing, etc. AO, as the payment is not for the use of land, 194I is not attracted. Hence, the claim of AO is not correct. If possible, quote the case Japan Airlines, Singapore Airlines. I mean, this case has been asked almost in every aspect of it, so I don't consider it as B and Co. A partnership firm was constituted with 4 partners. All the partners contributed 10 lakhs by way of capital. While examining the return, the AO verified the source of investment made by the partners. Not satisfied with the explanation, the assessing officer taxed 25 lakhs unexplained cash credit in the hands of the firm. இதை நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம், Muthoot Financiers. Only the firm has offered explanation. The firm has offered the explanation. For the firm, it came from partners. For the firm, it came from partners. For the firm, the money came from partners. Firm explained banlaya. Firm has explained. Who has not explained? Partners has not explained. So you should have sent the notice to the partners and not to the firm. Where there is a credit in the books of the firm and the source of such credit is not explained, AO may assess the same as Section 25. In this case, the firm, in the case of a firm, the onus of the firm is discharged when the amount credited in the books is attributable. So firm சொல்லிட்டாங்க, சார் எனக்கு பார்ட்னர் கொடுத்தாங்க. The AO may verify the capacity of the partners who contributed the amount and he cannot proceed against the firm, okay, under section. When the firm was constituted with a capital 40 lakhs by the partner, it could not be assessed in the hands of the existing. Thus, the action of the AO is not tenable. CIT versus Venkateswar Rao. Fine. இங்க ஏன் கேஸ் லா கொடுக்கலன்னு தெரியல, இங்க அதுவும் கேஸ் லா தான். Discuss the type of assessment to be conducted when there is ambiguity regarding the person in whose hands the income is chargeable to tax. We call it as protective assessment. We call it as protective assessment. What is protective? இப்போ I'll give you an example. I don't know whether the income needs to be clubbed or not, cross transfers or something like that. The court has to decide that. So what I will do is, I will complete the assessment in both the people's hand and wait for the court to decide. Once the court decides, one assessment will be torn off, another assessment will be held. Where there is ambiguity or doubt regards the person in whose hands it comes, the revenue on both the person. This is made as a caution to protect the interest of the revenue. So it is known as protective assessment. K and Co. A firm has sold all assets and liabilities to for slump sales. Yes, missing. Slump sales for a total consideration of 500 lakhs. Okay. Capital is not an unsecured loan, is an external liability. Bank borrowing, sundry creditors. இதுக்கெல்லாம் information இருக்கா பார்க்கலாம். The land was acquired for 200 lakhs. Okay, so revaluation should be either, we should take only 200. WDV of the plant and machinery should only be taken. Cost of inflationary index is purposefully given. For slump sale, no indexation. For slump sales, no indexation. So this line is just to confuse us. Stock is overvalued by 10%. Loans and advance include 150 lakhs due from ABC. Let it be. You are required to state nature of capital gain. When was that firm, the assets and liabilities from some sales? Okay. So assuming it is more than 3 years, obviously LTCG. Cost of acquisition will be, my dear friends, plant and machinery will be 250. Okay. Land will be 200. All other assets minus liability will be taken. Okay. And the rate of taxation is 20%. Rate of taxation is 20%.
Is this answer, sir, we have to write?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
K Logistic Private Limited borrowed a sum of 50 lakhs from a bank for business purpose. For the sanction of bank loan, two directors gave guarantee. The assessee paid guarantee commission 80,000 to the two directors in this regard and claimed the same as business expenditure. A would disallowed. In the light decided case laws, இதை நான் உங்கள்கிட்ட ஏற்கனவே citation of case law not required. Good point. I have already told you that if one director is giving us extra benefit, then he can be given something extra. Okay, he can be given something extra. The director, the Pradeep Kumar and the other case laws, the issue is whether guarantee commission paid by a company to its employee director deductible as business end. In the absence of any specific disallowance, it is available. The directors of the company are employees of the company and are entitled to remuneration. In this case, they also provided personal guarantee. So something extra they have done. Okay, so they can be paid and it is allowed as a deduction, my dear friends. In the case law, case law, but still you need not cite the case law. M and H LLP is engaged in multiple business. The following information is furnished: net profit, working partner's salary debited. I will add back. Interest on capital, 12% is only allowed. Depreciation debited will be added back. Eligible depreciation will be reduced. Net profit include fourth year, 20 lakhs. The total turnover 200, export turnover 150. Okay, the same question we have worked out in the class with a different number. The same question we have worked out in assessment of firm with a different number, my dear friends. With a different number we have worked out, where we have seen two things you have to remember. AMT work பண்ணோம். Okay, normal working 52 plus 40 20 plus 3% of this. Okay, I will check 1 minute. The same question with a different number we worked out in the classroom. See, see, net profit. I don't know whether it's the same. 1 minute. Net profit 52 lakhs. Here it is 52 lakhs. Remuneration 4020. Excess interest credited 315. Depreciation less depreciation. And we worked out as per deed or as per act. The same question we worked out in the classroom. The same question we worked out, it is there in your material, it is there in the book, okay? And since it is the fourth year, 20 lakhs into 150 by 100 into 100%. First 5 years, you can claim 100%. First 5 years, you can claim 100% 80 So same question we have worked out. Okay, 115 JAC total income add back. So if you see whichever tax is high, 1017. Okay, so 1017 796 and 84 19916. Let's check the answer of the material also. So 1017 796 rounded off to 800. Okay, and 84916 is the carry forward amount. Oh, this is, they have just worked the book profit as 9310. Okay, they have not worked the tax part of it. Okay, what is the question asked is the total income as per normal provision, adjusted total income, tax payable by the firm 1014. Okay, okay, right. So these are all the answers. They have typed it here and then gone for the working. Okay, this question we have worked out in the classroom itself. When is the transaction treated as international transaction as per 92B? We call this as what is transaction, what is international transaction. There should be two parties, either one party or both the parties should be outside India. And the nature of transaction, we all know, whatever we studied in our accountancy 11th standard. Buying, selling, giving service, taking service, money, guarantee, any transaction which has an impact on the profit of the other enterprise. And then we saw deemed international transaction. We wrote the first party is an Indian party. The second party is an Indian party. The third party is a foreign. They both are associated enterprises. So this transaction will also come under TP. It includes a transaction, the nature of mutual agreement or arrangement between two or more for the allocation and apportionment of expenditure. All these things are international transactions. R Private Limited is a company in which public are not substantially interested, engaged in multiple business activity, has a brought forward loss for assessment year 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 20. We still have time. Please count and see. For 15 lakhs unabsorbed depreciation. The company has 10 shareholders voting. 4 shareholders transferred their shares in October 21. One shareholder died and yet another shareholder gifted to his son. The company for the previous year ended 21 a net profit of 10 lakhs as per the regular provision, but before set off or brought forward given of the above profit for the year 25 lakh. How much of accumulated losses and unabsorbed depreciation the company can carry forward? See, Only 4 shareholders have changed. That means 40% has only changed. Death or gift is not considered as change in the shareholding pattern. In the section 79 says, at least 50% of the shareholders should continue to be shareholders in the year of set off also, no problem. And that provision is not at all applicable for unabsorbed depreciation. Okay. Business loss 5 lakhs. Okay. Why 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs is? You can see business loss is 15 lakhs. In the version at 10 lakhs the set off income. So another 5 lakhs I can still carry forward and carry forward. So here amount available for set off 10 lakhs. Okay, remaining 5 lakhs working. Transfer only 40%, death 10%, change in shareholding 50%. Reason for a business loss can be carried forward up to 8 years. Okay, so these two are not considered. They should have written it more clearly. These two are not considered as change in shareholding. Only 40% shares have changed, no problem. In the case of a private company is converted into LLP, private company, what can be the possible impact on set off and carry forward? We know no. Business loss can be set off. Unabsorbed depreciation can be set off. Speculation loss cannot be set off. We did a question. And also, no question of MAT. Okay, no question of MAT. And one more thing, maximum is 8 years. If already some 4 years have lapsed, another 4 years. Where a company is converted, the unabsorbed depreciation and accumulated loss shall be deemed to be the loss of the successor. However, the company and the successor have to satisfy all the condition of all the shareholders should become partners. In the same proportion, they should take the book value only, assets and book value only, take all assets and liabilities like that. Okay. 8 assessment years and the unabsorbed depreciation indefinite period. iTelephone Limited paid 15 lakhs per annum to B Mobile for each of the mobile tower used by it. Indian Telephones Limited paid 435 lakhs to B Limited. It deducted tax under 194C. இதுதான் correct. Okay. Indus Towers is the case law. Indus Towers is the case law. Okay, here it is. They have given Indus Towers is the case law. Okay, usage of எவ்வளவு question from TDS when you are saving material does not have TDS as a chapter at all. So many questions from TDS. TDS of foreign இருக்கு 194 LALB அதுல இந்த question வரல. ஆனா so many questions from normal TDS. Please read through the material I gave you. Okay, the tower rented out to passive infrastructure facility which enable the property to use it. So 194C is applicable and not 194I. Yes Private Limited Surat earned the profit of 20 lakhs after debiting or crediting. Items debited, provision for loss of okay, 1 minute friends. You are required to compute book profit and tax on book profit. Okay. Then 115 JB. Okay. This add panno. Add back. Provision for gratuity. Based on actuarial valuation, rupees 5 lakhs. Only 2 lakhs add back. I told you. Actuarial valuation provision is not considered as a contingent liability. Only 2 lakhs add back. 160 add back or add back 560 reduce 4. No adjustment. Royalty minus. Share of income minus. LTCG no adjustment. Depreciation as per IT law don't adjustment. Income tax liability computed as per the normal provision. Book profit, tax on book profit. okay, we know how to compute book profit, tax on book profit, a similar question has been worked by us. A similar question has been worked by us in our assessment of companies. Okay, I think this is a sort of similar question, but maybe the exact question is not there, but you can see provision for income tax, provision for deferred tax, proposed dividend, okay, and what needs to be reduced. Uh, Here it is. Provision for loss of subsidiary, doubtful debts, provision for income, provision for gratuity. According to 40A7, this is disallowed but under normal computation. However, in exchange forging case, you will not disallow it. Depreciation, only the, okay, interest, normal provision you will disallow 115 GB. This is 115 GB column, my dear friends. Here you will not disallow penalty, you will not disallow, okay, share of income of AOP, okay, like that, okay, okay. So here I can see, okay, net profit, provision for loss, okay, doubtful debts, interest on income tax, only 2 lakhs, as I told you, gratuity, depreciation, interest, same question, my dear friends. Okay, அவங்களும் என் ஸ்டைல்ல தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, that is normal and then okay, simple, straightforward, we know this provision, okay, okay, 115 JB this is. Delimited discarded certain number of assets from the block during the year. The AO has disallowed the depreciation. You cannot disallow unless you have a value. You cannot reduce it from the block, and it will, the assessee can go on claim. Yamaha Motors முன்னாடி அந்த case law. Yeah, this is an old case law of Yamaha Motors. Okay. The issue as under consideration is whether disallowance or depreciation made by the AO arriving at Trigato. Okay. One of the condition is that it should be an eligible asset and it should have been put to use. Merely discarding money payable. Only if there is a monetary value, I can reduce it from the asset. The discarded machinery may not be actually used in the relevant previous year, but depreciation can be claimed as long as it is used for the purpose of, and the block continues to exist. That's the answer. Don't write. The block continues to exist. Unless I have a value, I cannot reduce it from the block. Unless I have a value, I cannot reduce it from the block. It's a very old case law. Very old case law. 2010 judgment. Tax avoidance is legal. Tax evasion is illegal. Okay. Tax avoidance within the four walls of the law, how best you plan your tax. Okay. Tax evasion is absolutely illegal. Secondary adjustment, okay, more than 1 crore இப்பதான் பார்த்தோம், where a primary adjustment is made in, primary adjustment is one which is made in the books of the assessee. Secondary adjustment is made in the books of the associated enterprise. It is made in the books of the associated enterprise. If you remember, within 90 days we should bring back the money, otherwise interest will be computed or pay the additional tax. So what is secondary adjustment? Which is made in the books of the associated enterprises, so that the mismatch between profit and cash is managed. Okay, the imbalance between cash, same words we would have used in the material also. Okay, memorandum of cross objection. Now உங்கள்ட்ட சொல்லிருக்கேன் ITAT ல whoever is the aggrieved party, ஏன்னா a commissioner judgment கொடுத்தோன்னே any of the aggrieved party will file against the judgment, that is known as objection. அதை எடுத்து அந்த ITAT will send to the other party, maybe assessee or assessing officer, and ask him, see, he has an objection, do you want to solve the case now itself? They will file what is known as memorandum of cross objection, totally 60 days. First objection 30 days, other 30 days. On filing of ITAT by the taxpayer, the assessing officer, the opposite party will be intimated, whoever is the opposite party, to file a cross objection. MCOA, memorandum of cross objection, is to be filed within 30 days. Method of computing arm's length price. CUP, comparable uncontrolled price method, resale price method, cost plus method, profit split method, transaction net margin method, and any other method which is there. Okay. More than one method, I have always told you, take the arithmetical mean or the take the arithmetical mean or more than 6 values, go for more than 6 values or more, go for the range method, the statistical method of distribution of profits. Power of commissional appeals to confirm, enhance, reduce, or cancel the assessment. PQR Limited is a company engaged in manufacturing chemicals in Mumbai. These chemicals are principally utilized by a pharmaceutical company in various stages of production. Initially, when the company was started, it was impossible to find a space for itself since there was stiff competition. It started out by deep discounting their product. They never compromised of the quantity. This led to losses in the initial year, but soon it was able to earn goodwill among the trading company. Now their business has expanded to beyond Maharashtra. Recently, the company reported net profit of 15 lakhs. The company is responsible towards its society. It regularly contributes to various research organizations, either allowed 100%. Every year they contribute CSR activity towards education and poverty alleviation, not allowed. They are also associated with a research center, which is approved research center, allowed. The following are the items debited. CSR expenditure, non-compete fees for not marketing their product in northeastern states, 10 lakhs. The incomplete agreement bars DF for 5 years from ending the no tax was deducted at the time of payment. 30% is non-compete fees is allowed as deduction, but since tax is not deducted, 30% disallowance. A building was constructed on the leasehold land, 30 lakhs, and it was completed on 30/11. The lease agreement is for 3 years, and after the building must be handed over to the lessor. 30 lakhs into 5%, okay, is the depreciation. The company paid donation of 1 lakh to research center, allowed. You need not add back. The company introduced VRS scheme, 60 lakhs paid. The company transferred the entire amount of 24 lakhs. No, 60 lakhs should be added back. 1/5 should only be allowed. 1/5, okay, sorry, 60 lakhs add பண்ணக்கூடாது. It is in 1819. 24 lakhs to be added back, 12 lakhs to be only allowed. 5 years, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 22, 23. Up to 22, 23 you should claim. So add back 24, reduce 12. Paid 2 lakhs for bonus issue, allowed. Incurred feasibility study for a new product manufacture, which eventually aborted, not allowed. Priya Village Roadshow case. Cost of EBA, BX and mobile phones acquired for use of executive 10 lakhs with depreciation at 60%, wrong. Only 15% can be allowed. So add back 6 lakhs, reduce 1,50,000. Add back 6 lakhs, reduce 1,50,000. Compounding fees. இது வந்து நம்ம Millennia Developers Case Law. Millennia Developers Case Law, 1,20,000 disallowed. இது வந்து penalty, compounding fees. Depreciation add back. Royalty for patent developed by the company, 22 lakhs. A dividend received from a foreign company in which it holds 26%. This is 15% not taxable, 115 BBD. Additional information. Eligible depreciation as per income tax without considering 3 and 4. What is 3? Building on which we need to compute. 4. Donation. We are anyhow it is not 3 and 8. EPA BX. I told you what should be done. Determine the profit excluding the royalty income. Okay. 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 CSR, non-compete fees 30%, cost of construction of leasehold land and related depreciation. நீங்க எப்பயுமே add back 30 lakhs, reduce 1,50,000. ஏன்னா இப்படி போடாதீங்க, இது உங்களுக்கு confuse ஆயிடும். Okay. Donation allowed, unamortized expenditure, அதான் 24 lakhs add back, 12 lakhs reduce. ROC issue of bonus shares allowed. Expenditure on feasibility study, I told you allowed. இது வந்து நம்ம Priya Village Roadshow. Depreciation, so 6 lakhs minus 150, that's why they have added 450. Compounding fees, Millennia Developers disallowed. Depreciation debited, royalty dividend because these are taxable as IFOS. Depreciation, so business profit. What is the provision for non-compete fee and building? Non-compete fees, you have to deduct tax at one TDS, otherwise இது வந்து illegal expenses, it's allowed. Building of leasehold land amounting to 30 lakhs, since debited, 5% should only be allowed, less than 180. What is the total income assuming MAT is not applicable? Okay, so you will add royalty and 8 lakhs of dividend. This is the total income. Tax கேட்டாங்கன்னா இது வந்து 15%, இது வந்து 115 BBF இருந்தா 10%, இது normal rate pay 25% or 30%. Determine the tax liability. இவங்க 30% எடுத்திருக்காங்க, ரொம்ப தப்பு. They should give the turnover. Okay, royalty க்கு 10%, dividend க்கு 15%. HEC, and that is okay. If I look at your MTP, all the questions we have worked in classroom, all the questions, I can assure you, every provision we have covered in the classroom. Two things bothers me a lot. One is international taxation is not asked for 30 marks. Non-resident taxation is not at all there in MTP. Non-resident, so many things like place of effective management to 115A to 44. Non-resident taxation is not there. Advance ruling is not there. Some assessment is covered, etc. That's okay. So that is one botheration. Second, so many questions on TDS. I have two things to you to tell. Please go through the material, TDS material I gave. Otherwise, take some 6 hours, see the videos of TDS. Originally, it's not there in your syllabus, but if so much TDS questions are going to be asked, it is worth to spend that 6 hours to see the TDS videos once, so that we are strong in that also. Okay. Okay. And now I'm again available for doubts, my dear friends. Thank you very much for attending the session. Okay. Any doubts, as usual, you can text me. But one help you have to do is, if I am not immediately answering, please don't lose your patience. Please keep reminding me. Probably I'm in class or some work or something. That's why I'm not answering. I will definitely answer all doubts. Thank you very much for coming to the session.